Listen, I hope everybody had a good sleep last night. I hope y'all feel blessed today. I'm gonna wait a little while. Oh, Jess, you look so beautiful and vibrant today, even though you had assholes around you. Well, assholes are gonna be assholes. And God is gonna get those assholes, okay? And treat them just as such. All right, I'm about to go ahead and get started. Give me 1 second, let me clean all around my mouth because I just finished eating. And I do not like shit in my teeth and stuff. That shit is annoying. I don't see how people could have stuff kinked up in between their teeth and be okay with that shit. Be bothering the shit out of me. All right, go ahead and get started. So this conversation today is about teaching those who may have never been in a relationship with a narcissist or had, whether it be family, friends, a lover or child or whomever, right? And this is from my experience to tell you, please do not get in a relationship with a narcissist, okay? For one, empaths normally are the main people that attract narcissists. Not all. You don't have to be an empath to of course attract a narcissist, but mainly from my understanding, and that's based off of me being an empath and hearing other people's story. They were empaths, which is where I'm getting that part from. Okay. The thing is, when a narcissist comes, when a narcissist comes into your life, you're not probably gonna know they're a narcissist, okay? So I feel like it's important for you to really date someone for a long time and really just pray and ask God, if this person's a narcissist or whatever, they're not showing me any traits or anything like that, please expose those parts of them to me. Okay? Narcissists come in with a face as if they're so sweet and kind. Okay? Empaths feel emotions and, very sensitive to energy. Okay? Narcissists tend to continue to create a personality. So let's say if you're a real kind person, which most light side empaths are. Okay, I don't know if they're dark empaths. I don't know why they would be, because they would only feel darkness, I would think, but I don't know. I can't speak on that part. But they come in matching your face, meaning like if you're kind of sweet, they come in and acting that way. If you're a wild person, you like to party and all that, they come in matching that, so that you could be like, oh, this person's sweet, I'm sweet, oh, I like them, or I like to have fun and I like to party, oh, they like to party. They try to match what you are so that you can pretty much get with them. The beginning of the relationship, it's like you think that you got a good one. Like they're so great at, I always say narcissists should definitely be an actor or actress, because they can change their face to whatever circumstance or whatever person they're around or people. They can literally, I don't know how they do it. I think it's because most narcissists suffer from identity crisis, meaning they don't know who they are. So they tend to pick up your identity and the next person's identity and the people they're around identity to be that person. So you would never know that they really underneath there is a really wicked, evil, traumatized, unhealed, immature, very immature, insecure, broken, spirited person. And when you have that type of low energy, demons come with that. It's an automatic. It's an automatic. And when you have that kind of personality, because you haven't healed from certain things, them demons, they're coming. Okay? Now, if you're an empath and you done got in a relationship with a narcissist and y'all relationship was amazing and beautiful, then they started mistreating you, you started being kind and considerate to them, catering to them.
In half a mile, use the left lane to take the Sam Houston tollway ramp.
Loving on them and all those things because you feel bad for them, even though y'all most of the time have some type of trauma that y'all can, it's relatable to, meaning you was, you know, raped as a child or whatever, and they was raped. It's basically what I'm saying. Y'all have some like traumas, something that y'all can be like, oh, I experienced that too. Okay, and they feed off of that. Whereas a healthier relationship, you can pour into them, they can pour into you. You can lift them up, they can lift you up. Y'all can love on each other, and you know, as a whole. No, you got the same traumas, but what they do is trigger your traumas. They trigger the fuck out your traumas. They step on every part of your trauma that they can, and you know, and at some point, it's almost like your brain is not registering that, are they really doing that to me? When we have the same trauma, and I've told you I've been mistreated all my life, and you coming in and you mistreated me, but you said you have the same trauma as me? They trigger you. Whatever you tell them, they use that to their advantage. If you tell them, oh, my family, you know, used to tell me, try to project onto me that I had mental health issues and I didn't have mental health issues. At some point, they're going to start saying, I think you need to go see a psychiatrist. I think you need therapy. And anything that they feel on the inside about themselves, you're going to become that.
Use the left lane to take the Sam Houston tollway ramp.
You're going to become the thing that they feel about themselves.
Continue on Sam Houston tollway for 3 miles.
You're not going to know who the fuck you are no more. That's real. Because everything that they done, everything, I'm telling you, they are going to project, and you're going to be so lost in the sauce, you're going to be like, wait a minute, hold up, wait, am I crazy? Did I do that? Wait a minute, do I feel insecure? They're going to break your confidence. If you come in that relationship, you got confidence, baby. They're going to snatch that clean up out you.
In half a mile, use the left lane to take the Sam Houston tollway ramp.
And how they do that is to break your confidence down, and any gifts that you have, any spiritual gifts that you have, and you be like, did such and such happen to you? And it could be true. They're going to say no. And then you go do that to somebody else be like, no, that's right. How did you know that? And you trying to figure out, well, how is it everybody else saying what I'm telling them that God prophesies to me is their situation, but why this one person is saying no? And you just be like, what is it about them? They be messing you all the way up, like I'm for real. They will have you out here questioning who you are, why God created you. They be done broke your confidence so much. Once you leave that relationship, you got to rebuild your confidence. And baby, that's hard because they be done shattered it. They be done shattered it. And while you in that relationship, and Lord forbid if they into all kind of spell work, oh my God, they are behind your back praying and wishing. If you a beautiful individual, like you have a beautiful skin or beautiful face, or you got a nice booty or something that they are jealous of, They behind your back. I hope that person in face break out. I hope they booty get smaller. I wish I could have that booty. I want their booty. I hope they get fat. I hope they get so skinny. I'm telling y'all. And you be trying to figure out, well, damn, all this time my face was not breaking out. My booty was looking good. My body was right. I was eating better. Why, why am I skinny? Why am I fat? It's because
use the left lane to take the Sam Houston tollway ramp.
In your life, it's been preying on you, literally.
Continue on Sam Houston tollway for 2 miles.
Hold on, because I can't see. Hold on, I can see while I'm driving, but I can't see what's in the chat. Hold on. Let me wipe them. Oh, shit, shoot. Shit, no, I meant to say shit. Shit. Hold on. And let me say this before I put my glasses on and continue the conversation. Somebody got my chat the other day telling me about my cussing. Let me tell y'all something. I cuss, and I'm not going to stop cussing. God ain't telling me to stop cussing. God cusses with me, okay? God said come as you are. He didn't say you got to come fake. He said you got to wear a mask. He said you gotta not be on drugs, or you ain't gotta be an alcoholic, you ain't gotta be anything. He said come as you are. Okay? And when I came as I was, God ain't never tell me I had to stop cussing. I say, Lord, if it ever bothers you that I cuss, please take it from me. He ain't take it from me. And sometimes God be telling me in my messages to tell people something, and it be a whole cuss word. So, if y'all don't like my cussing, if you come up in here, don't come up in my chat. Don't come on my channel. I'm not going to stop doing something because y'all want me to do something, okay? Y'all are not God. Y'all do not have authority over me. All right? So I just wanted to put that clean out there. If God want me to stop cussing one day, I would do it graciously. But it's going to have to be God. And like I said before, cussing is my therapy. Some people have therapists that they talk to and they can, say whatever they got to say. God is my therapist. And cussing is all right with him. If it wasn't, I wouldn't be here today. I wouldn't be protected. If I wasn't a child of God, so many things in my life would be going on that wouldn't be covering me. Okay? God wouldn't give me these gifts to tell people that actually has happened in people's lives. So don't come out here telling me nothing about my damn cussing. And I'm a grown ass woman. I just want y'all to know that. So anybody get up here with that bullshit, exit out, okay? All right, in the chat it says, I would love to see you again. Huh? Do I know you? That's the question for that person. Don't talk about people like, oh, somebody's feeling get hurt. Oh, please go away. If you don't like it, let me help you. Let me help that baby. Oh, let me help that baby. 1 second, y'all. Oh, that poor baby. Yeah. There we go. All right. Let's see. And what else? Let me see what else I got in the chat. We well said, dear. Hope you're having a great day. Well, I am having a great day. Thank you very, very much. Okay. Let's see. All right. So go ahead. I'm going to go ahead and continue what I was saying. Narcissism. Yes, it is a psychological issue, but you have to understand, if you believe in God and you connect with God, then you will know. Thank you for your safe travels. Safe travels to you. I appreciate that so much. So if you believe in God and you connect with God, then you will know that it starts in the spirit. Everything starts in the spirit first. We don't,
at the next light, turn right.
With our eyes that, we're fighting somebody physically, but it didn't begin like that. That's only the physical eyes. It starts in the spirit. When you are traumatized, when you are going through what you're going through, yes, your parent or whomever who did it to you, it's causing a physical reaction, but it's also a demon that's causing it. because what the devil comes to kill, steal, and destroy. So when you have people who don't heal from their childhood trauma, it's the upbringing. You know, most narcissists were considered golden kids or overly stimulated. You know, like if you had a parent that would make you feel like you couldn't do any wrong, but if you did something that they didn't want you to do, then that one thing they looked down on you. So you were constantly trying to be perfect, right? That messes with a child. Their upbringing, okay? That messes with the way they're going to mature, okay? Thank you. I will try to make that money. You know, it's different ways that people are brought up that can cause narcissism. Giving a child too much stuff. You know, a lot of parents...
At the light,
like
turn right onto Genoa Red Bluff Road.
Giving your child something that you never had. You feel like, when I have a child, my child not gonna want for nothing. And you have good intention, right? Because maybe you were poor. Maybe, you know, your parents couldn't afford some things that you might have wanted. So you want to make sure that you wasn't like your parents, right? So then you would spoil your child. Make sure your child had everything your child wanted. You was loving, caring, always there for your child. You created a monster. Because that's not how the world actually works. That's just how you work with your child. Now you got your child out here thinking that the world is supposed to cater to them. And then that's where you get children that start going do, you know, stealing and all of that stuff to get what they want, because that's what they're used to having. That's why God says, spare the rod, spoil the child. That means that you have to discipline your child. To spoil a child is to cause so much issues in their life when they become adults. And one of those things is narcissism. Okay, so I'm just telling y'all, be mindful, and this is just advice. You don't have to take it. You may be a narcissist that's on here. This is not to shame you or put you down. You know, this is to say that this is what happens with narcissist individuals. And if you are a narcissist and you are aware that you are, you know that I'm telling the truth. And the only way that you are going to get healthy, you have to want it. You have to want it. You have to want it. You can't, you're not going to get better if you don't want it. If you want to continue to be out here mistreating people, being jealous of people, you know, if you get involved in some type of cult, using cults to come up against somebody who had a healthy breakup or a healthy conversation or something that you didn't like that they said, then you want to figure out how to get them back. When a person who doesn't have those issues, it's done. It's no issue. Ain't nobody trying to come and get no revenge on you. Ain't nobody trying to stalk you. Ain't nobody gonna send gang stalkers and make up a whole lie to people for somebody to come against that person. None of that. None of that. That's a healthy breakup, a healthy, okay, I understand. But for a narcissist, it's not like that. It's just not. It's like you crack that mask. You hurt them. You hurt them by saying, I don't want to be in this relationship, whether it's your parent or whomever. I don't want to be a part of this relationship because you mistreat me and it's not okay. And then you walk away. And that could be all you said. For a narcissist, that's not the end for them. For them, it's like you've made them feel like something's wrong with them, which something is, but they can't see it. Like mentally, they don't want to see it. That you could tell them, I think you might have some mental health issues. I think you may possibly be a narcissist. That's not going to make it. That's not going to change anything. That's not going to make it better. Only thing a narcissist is going to think that you left them. How dare you leave them? No matter, even if they cheated on you, abused you, they feel like you should take that shit. And if you got away and they didn't end up either continue to abuse you or sometimes kill you, then they're going to continue to be in your life some kind of way behind the scenes that you don't know nothing about, lurking, trying to cause some type of harm to your life. And usually that's with a lie. You know, it's with the lie. They start the smear campaign, you know, where they go behind your back and they start feeding people a narrative about you, which is the narrative really about them. The only is they flip the roles and say that you were the one who did it, they were the one who did it. So then the people that think that, because now they took on your personality when you was a kind, sweet, loving, caring person, they're coming off as the kind, sweet, loving, caring person, and they're going to paint a narrative on you that they were, and say, oh, they did this, they hit me, they abused me, and they didn't cater to me, and they cheated, and they did this, and all of those things is exactly what they did to you. And if they go tell the right people, because normally narcissists attract narcissists, if they go tell the right people that believe them, then now you got their friends, their family, any type of groups and organizations they connected to, their job, their co-workers, anybody that they know. Now you got all these people coming up against you when you ain't did a motherfucking thing wrong. You ain't did nothing wrong but try to live your life and be healthy and say, make healthy choices by saying this relationship is over, or mom or dad, you verbally abuse me, you mistreat me, I don't want to live here anymore, I'm gonna move out and get my own place. And what that mom and dad do, how dare they? They the one paying my bills. They the one, when I don't feel like getting off my lazy ass and going to the store, I send them. They be like, oh, you trying to be powerful? Oh, you trying to be healthy? You trying to do better? Oh no, hell no. So forbid if you got kids, they the ones who call it.
At the next light, turn right.
Behind your back. And you trying to figure out why CPS come knocking on your door, and you love your kids and you doing what you supposed to do. And you trying to figure out who calls CPS on your kids. You know, and then they make up this story, you know, well, I'm their parent, I don't want them to know that I'm the one who's calling. But Billy and Samantha said that their mom or their dad was beating on them. Okay, and let's just say, oh, forbid if you didn't know that your parents was doing that, and you let your children go by your parents, and your baby fell on the ground and got a little bump. Oh, that's the story. Oh my God, they got a whole motherfucking movie they about to make about you. That one little on your baby knee that was caused at their house, they gonna call CPS and say, oh, well, when my grandbaby came over here, they had a bruise on their leg, and I asked them, you know, what happened? And they said, mommy pushed me down the stairs. And then CPS was taking your children from you, right? And you a great parent. And this is the lesson that the narcissist wants to teach you for being healthy, for making healthier choices, for growing, for trying to be a better person to yourself, to want to hinder you, to not want you to heal. They want to stop you from healing. So be aware. When you see a red flag, when you get in a relationship, if you don't know if the person is a narcissist, I would say pray on everything to ask God if that's your person. If God say that's your person, and because things could change. Things can change, right? People start picking their own way. They might have been for you and with you in the beginning, and then they might dip off into them traumas again and change to be a whole different person and be operating off their dark side and do a 360-degree turn on you, okay? I would say if you see red flags, like you meet this person, they kind, sweet, and all that, and you seem like y'all, it's a connection, it's a very passionate bond and all these beautiful things, but then at some point, they start switching. Pay attention to it right then and there. Don't ignore it. Don't be like, oh, you know, they might be in a bad mood. No, we're going to keep an eye on that. Because we're going to see if that's going to be more of a continuous behavior, because that's truly who they are, or if they really just having a bad day today. You know, and if you're a type of person that caters to your person and you bring them food and they don't really say thank you, or they feel like, you know, you supposed to do that, stop doing it and see how they act. They face gonna crack and they not gonna like it. It's because they got you right where they want you to be. So for you to switch up, because they don't do it for you. They don't do it for you. Okay? They don't cook for you.
At the light, turn right onto Red Bluff Road.
They don't cook and bring the food to you. They want you to do everything. And if you gonna do it, they gonna let you. And it's gonna be them times where y'all make the same money, right? Y'all should be able to pay half and half of y'all bills, right? You pay half the rent, I pay half the rent, however you do that, right? But I don't got my bill money. And you like, okay, we got the same bills, you got a cell phone bill. How much your cell phone bill is? You do the math. You do the math on it. Because you're trying to figure out, let me try to help my person, and maybe they're not good in budgeting. Nah, that's because they tricking their money off somewhere else. It could be giving it to their narcissistic family. It could be giving it to their friend who need it. It could be giving it to somebody who they cutty buddy on the side, who they, getting it on with, and that person needed some money for their bills. It could be any of that. But they're not gonna tell you that. And you know what they do, they manipulate your mind so much where you would think that's common sense, that's enough for you to figure out something not right. But it's something that they do to you where you just kind of brush it off, and then it happens again. And then you might say, well, let me get all your bills. Do you want me to help you manage your money? And they really don't want you to do that. They really don't. And then they'll tell you the amount and be like, well, what happened to the other money? And then sometimes they look like they pause to think of a story to tell. Or they'll make up something. And you'll ask them, well, are you giving this to XYZ? Are you giving your money? Are you paying their bills too? Or whomever, it could be their parents who also is a narcissist. They'll lie to you. Until one day they slip up and say it. I'm just telling y'all. I tell y'all this stuff to help y'all. This is not to bring anybody down with mental health issues or people who embody demonic spirits, because it is a demonic spirit, okay? That's in that person because they're not healed. But I'm not here to talk about narcissists in the sense of, hey, I can say all day, if you're a narcissist, you need mental help. Hey, if you're a narcissist, you need someone to pray for you. You need an exorcism. Hey, you need to be accountable. Narcissists, they're not gonna listen to that. Most of them they're not gonna listen to it. I am here to help the people that have dealt with somebody that's a narcissist and have experienced any of this, and to tell you and warn you, look forward, because it doesn't stop when you break up with them. It doesn't. And I would hate for one of y'all to get in that type of relationship or have a relationship like that with even your parents, and here you are years later trying to figure out why everything going to hell in your life. Why all the things happen to you? Why did you lose a job that you were great at? Because that narcissist called your job and lied on you, pretended like they was some type of customer. If you were in customer service, some kind of way they got to your boss.
In half a mile, turn left into the parking lot.
Feeding them some BS. That's how you lost that job. But you would never think that that's the answer, because again, you left that situation not for the narcissist. You have it because the fact that you left, that is the issue. And even if they broke up with you, it's still an issue, because they feel like they can come back to you whenever they want to. And if you with somebody and it's a relationship, they're gonna try to come and break that up too, so they can still feel like they have control over your life. To them, you eat, breathe, shit, and
turn left into the parking lot.
Do it. Period. And that's why it's important to go on the healing journey, so that you can take your control back and you let they ass know you don't rule nothing over here, motherfucker. You need to go focus on yourself, which that's gonna bother them too. But the only difference, you got the Most High God over you. So when you say what you gotta say and they come for you, God's gonna give them their karma. Cause you ain't shit without God. Coming up against a narcissist and you don't have God, good luck. Good luck. Let me go ahead and get you off of here. You go somewhere else. here. Okay? That's just what it is. So be mindful, be careful, pick healthy relationships. You know, it's no easy way of getting out some of these narcissist relationships, but I would say that once you realize that whomever you've been around is narcissist, don't tell them where you moved. Don't give them your phone number. And if you got friends that's connected to them and you know that their friend is cool with them, don't give that friend your phone number. Because any kind of way that they can track you down and find out where you are, who you connected to, or any of that stuff, baby, don't think they're not gonna try to ask them people, hey, you talk to such and such, hey, you know what this person is, hey, you know their phone number. Like, I know to this day, right now, that some people, because I don't give my phone number away, but I gave my phone number to 3 people. And before I gave that phone number to 3 people, nobody called my phone because no one had my phone number. Okay? 3 people I gave my phone number to. After I gave, out of those 3 people, because I know it's got to be 1, 2, or maybe 3 that's connected to my ex, and I ain't stupid, people randomly call my phone. And it say spam. And they'll call it back to back to back to back and hang up. No, excuse me. They'll call it back to back to back and I'll fucking block their ass. Okay? So, be mindful, y'all. If you are dealing with any type of narcissism or someone that is narcissistic, you're going to have to think every move that you make. Okay? The narcissist in my life is genius, and it's more than one, because they got whole gang stalkers to track my moves. Okay? You know, they got a whole gang stalker, you know, to track where the fuck I'm going. You know, so do what you got to do to disconnect from that relationship and don't ever turn back around to it. You know, if God say, you know, because in my readings, I've read where some of these narcissistic people decided to give their life to God. And they did heal. So it's not that a narcissist cannot heal, but again, they have to want it for themselves. They have to be delivered from them spirits. They have to be delivered from them traumas. Okay? But don't go back unless God tell you. Because every time you go back, the less you're going to feel like you. Because they're going to continue to break you, take something out of you, project onto you what they feel on the inside, where you be and sit there and trying to figure out who the hell you are now. You will feel like you're confused. And this is serious. You know, some of y'all might not take this serious, what I'm saying, but until you're in that predicament, that situation, you're not going to think it's funny when you're in that situation. This is to help prevent you from being in that situation. This is not to push you in that situation or get you in that situation and then you don't know what the hell is going on. This is to give you enlightenment of how it is. The relationship is not over long after you're gone with a narcissist. Okay? You can only pray that you never see that person again. You can only pray that they don't never know where you live. They don't know your phone number. You don't know nobody that they know that could tell them anything, because once they got set eyes on you, honey, at some point they're going to try to show back up in your life. Okay? And once they realize, especially in relationships, they done got with somebody who was not, their energy wasn't worthy of making them feel better about themselves, and they can't find you, they become very obsessive. They become stalkers. They become stalkers. Psychopaths, sociopaths, murderers. And that's how much they don't love themselves. And because you gave them so much of you, so much love, and they can't find that love in other people, you gonna be the light that they run to. What darkness does, darkness is attracted to light. And they just gonna want you to feed them. Give me your light. Give me your light. Give me you. Let me take all you. Let me be you. Let me wear your motherfucking skin. Let me be in your motherfucking brain. Let me be everything on your body. Let me have you. And you be me. You go sit over there on the side while I live your motherfucking life. Because my life is shitty. But it's all because they won't do the work. No one life has to be shitty unless you allow it to be that way. God did not say that he gonna pick and choose who gonna have a better life. He said you gotta want it. Thank you for the horse in the chat. You have to want it. Nobody can make you be better. I can sit on here all day long and tell you, go on the healing journey. Heal your traumas. What you doing is wrong. And unless you decide that you want to change and do better, you're going to continue to do what? The same thing that you've been doing. And thinking something going to change. That is the definition of insanity. Doing the same thing, expecting a different result. How? How are you going to expect a different result when you're doing the same thing? You know what I'm saying? How? It's not gonna happen. That's like overeating and wanting to lose weight. And you keep on overeating and you go like, oh yeah, because I'm gonna lose this weight, but then you still overeat. And you trying to figure out why you haven't lost weight. Because you're overeating. It's common sense, y'all. Some things are just common sense. If someone's mistreated you, take them out your life. If you're trying to lose weight, exercise, eat healthier. If you're sick and you can't get well, call on God or go to the doctor. Don't just sit there and complain about I'm sick, and thinking like, oh, magically, woo woo, I got better. No. If you know this is you who I'm talking to, if this description describes you and you may be a narcissist, you need help. And unfortunately, a therapist cannot help a narcissist. Therapy is for someone who is recovered or someone who has some mental health issues that it's like talking to a buddy who has a professional skill to help you work through things, right? Use tools and things to show you or teach you how to work through things in your life. Okay, but if you out here stalking people, if you out here attacking people because they, broke up with you, or you are manipulative, you gaslight, all those different things, a therapist won't be able to help you. They don't have the credentials to help you. Some narcissists are so far gone, they need a psychiatrist doctor. They need someone who's going to prescribe the medication. And some people have been so far gone, they need to be in a mental hospital. But when you go there, you have to be honest. Otherwise, you're going to be in a mental hospital lying to them. So what did you go for? Oh, I'm such a great person. I really don't know why I'm here. I did have a little meltdown, like anybody else. No, that's not the truth. No, I stalk. I manipulate. I gaslight. I lie on people to make myself feel better. I'm a very jealous and envious person. Sometimes I have murderous thoughts. That's the truth. And then the healing can stop. But as long as you lie and you go in them places, they're not gonna be able to help you properly. They're gonna give you some pills where you're gonna still kind of feel the same way, might make you go to sleep, but they're not gonna know the severity of your trauma and what you're doing in the world unless you're honest. And then when you start getting on the proper medication, you can start praying and say, God, now help me, do the rest for me. Heal me on the inside, Lord. Please make me over. Please, God. I don't want to live this life anymore. I'm tired of feeling insecure. I'm tired of being jealous of people. I'm tired of feeling these feelings and these thoughts and thinking the way I think, Lord. Help me. I surrender. I give it over to you, God. I know that I cannot be this person that you created. and then even talk to God about it. My mama did this when I was a child. My dad did this when I was a child. I am still hurting that the things that my uncle said to me. I never felt like I was good enough as a child, only when people wanted me to do what they wanted me to do. People put me down as a child and made me feel like I wasn't good enough. Whatever is that thing that's bothering you on the inside, you need to speak it out loud. Because see what happens with the devil, that when you say the truth, the devil has to start fleeing. Because that the devil's saying, oh, they starting to love themselves. It doesn't mean that the devil not going to try to fight you now. Because he don't want you to get better. He wants you to think this is your only reality, that there is no better way in life but the life that you have right now. And that's why it's important that you bring the Most High God and ask the Most High God to stand in the gap for you. Because when that devil come for you, guess what? Who gonna show up? Most High God, the light. And what the light does with the dark, the light shines on the darkness so that you can see what the devil has been lying to you about. Okay, so you can't see in the dark, right? Sometimes you can't see your hand, but you get a flashlight, you can see your hands, right? That's what the light does. The light shines on the darkness and says, baby, you never have been those things. The devil is a lie. Boom, and it hits you, right? It hits you because it's like a reality, and it hits the devil like, oh my God, the light then stepped in, right? And then God started continue to battle that devil to show you the truth. I made you to be a powerful creation. I made you powerful with your mouth. I made you powerful to stand up against the world. You are not insecure. You are beautiful. You are strong. And then you start realizing, like, wait a minute, that feel like that's me. Because something inside you start awakening. You like, wait a minute. Hold up, what is this feeling? What is this? And God continues to pour in you and combat that devil and say, stop lying to my child. Okay? And then your mind starts opening up and you start seeing something different. You start seeing something different. You like, wait a minute. I'm not like that? Why did I think like that? Why did I do those things? And then as God grows, you're going to say, baby, I've been trying to show you. I've been calling on you the whole time to try to show you. The devil been lying to you. You've been walking in the darkness and falling right into the devil's trap. I've been calling on your spirit for so long to come up out of darkness so I could show you that that was never you. That was the devil feeding that version of a story to you for you to believe that that's who you were. And when God started working on you, you ain't going to have no insecurities. You're not going to be insecure that Betty or Michael got a big booty, or they got more money, or they hair long, or they smarter. Or you going to love yourself just the way God created you. It ain't going to matter what you look like, what you wear. When you start healing, you're gonna know that I'm just as beautiful as anybody. God really created, this is really who I am. And then as you go along, you're going to get so healthy to the point where if you don't want to be in a relationship, it's not going to bother you. You're going to be okay with your own company. You're going to use tools to be healthier when those people that are narcissists that come around you, you're going to be able to know how to handle them. Okay? Love them from afar. Because you don't want to put yourself back into that toxic environment. Because they're going to come through the devil going to come through them and start trying to pull you down again, trying to put you back where you are. So that's why God sets us apart. God said, I want you to go over here north and leave south. Leave them where they are and go north so that you could be more happier. Because over here in the south, if you stay over here where these people are unhealed, baby, you're gonna continue to have struggles in your life. You're gonna continue to battle the devil in a way that you shouldn't have to, because those demons belong to them. These people didn't want to heal. You did. You don't deserve to have to deal with what they got going on. You doing the work. So you deserve that peace. Okay? Try them, y'all. Try them. It's up to you. However you decide to connect with the Most High God, that's on you. Just make sure that it's the Most High God, because sometimes the devil try to come in and act like he the light and he ain't. And as you go along on this journey, you'll be able to distinguish the difference between the light and the dark. Because when the dark starts saying something crazy to you, and you be like, God, that really, you said that to me? And you just wait a minute, you'll hear this very evil laugh coming from within you. This very evil like voice. And you know, then God will tell you, see, that's how he'll start showing you how to recognize the voices. He'll start showing you what's the devil and what's not, you know, what's him. He'll be like, see, that's the devil. Because he'll make it be solid, then the devil will start laughing. And the devil funny, because the devil will be saying, haha, I already almost got you. This is a real thing. But the more you go along, you'll start hearing mostly the Most High God's light side. I hear most of the Most High God light side. The only time I would hear the devil is some type of projection someone's sending to me, some type of spell work somebody's putting on me. But that voice that was in there, that demon that was in there constantly trying to put me down, tell me who I was, that I wasn't, I don't hear that no more. The only time I hear the devil is when people projecting or trying to cause things in my life, like the gang stalkers. They, you know, try to continue to do shit every day to me, every day. Okay, and I know that they got the devil in them, so they projecting that shit off on me. So what it does, what it does for me, it makes me go into my dark side and curse them the fuck out. That's what it does. Okay, because I'm not just light, I'm light and dark. I'm both. I'm balanced. The difference between some people that operate in their dark side, they use their dark side, like these gang stalkers, to harm people. I use my dark side to protect myself. Period. By all means. Okay, that's the difference. All right. I hope this helps somebody. Does anyone have any questions in the chat? Anybody? I'm gonna drop a package off to you, honey, to God, and let's see what God do with you. Good luck with that, God. Let me go ahead and do this one. God, I call judgment on Caesar. Okay, I call judgment on Caesar. I'm gonna let you deal with that. All right, in Jesus' name, amen. Let's go ahead on, because I don't have time for the foolishness. All right, does anybody have any questions about anything that I said before I get off of here? Did it help anybody? Anything? If nobody has anything to say or any questions, I'm gonna be up out of here. I'm gonna give you 1 second, and then I'm going to exit out. All right, beautiful people, I hope y'all have a blessed day. This is Just Love. Don't forget to what? Love yourself. I'm out. Bye.